Hello everyone. So for today's video, we are going to be proposing that we have a mobile teaching and learning environment for grades kindergarten through third. So basically our problem here is that all of our students have no experience using electronic devices, and all these students have to do everything with pen and paper by just listening to the teacher talk to them and explain to them what they need to be doing. Technology would allow for students to be more individualized in their learning. They will be able to access their own strengths and weaknesses with their technology, and they can also stay on pace to accomplish their learning objectives um, better on their own time. Technology can allow the students to go through their lessons and repeat them if they have problems with it, like on a lesson that's more challenging to them. If they were online or if they had mobile devices, they could do those lessons again and again until they master it and get good at it. And also, with students having their own source of technology in the classroom, the teacher can customize their learning for each student, and it can be more individualized, and each student can work more on what they need to work on. Our solution for this problem is that each classroom will get a mobile device such as a Chromebook or an iPad for each student to have to use. The students will have all these or their devices available to them in the classroom, and they will have a unique learning experience to ensure that the student is learning everything at the appropriate levels for them. So the cost of this would be, for Chromebooks, would be around $40,000 to $60,000 for all 200 students, grades K through third. Or if we went the iPad route, it would be around $60,000 for the iPads plus $3,000 for the cases for the iPads to keep them protected to make them last longer. So overall for Chromebooks, if we went Chromebook route, it would be $40,000 to $60,000, and if we went the iPad route, it would be at least $63,000. The implementation for this, we would purchase all these new devices at the end of this school year, and we wouldn't begin using them until the beginning of next year. We will explain to all of our students, grades kindergarten through third, that they will have the opportunity to use these new devices in their classrooms, and the teacher will explain to the students all the rules and procedures that go with these new devices, and each device would be numbered, and it would stay in the classroom at all times so we can keep track of all them and know where they're at all times. So the impact of having these devices in the classroom would be that the technology increases the students' comprehension of all class content, and it will help develop students' problem-solving skills, critical thinking, creative thinking, analytical reasoning, and much more. Having all these some of these devices in classroom would make learning more engaging and collaborative for the students, so students would learn better by having other ways to learn rather than just the teacher talking to them, doing worksheets all the time. Technology in their classroom would allow the students to have access to information at all times. They could use their computers or their iPads, whichever route we go. They could use them to look up information and just learn on their own. Technology would allow faster learning and more opportunities to practice what we're learning in the classroom. So we would still teach like normal in the classrooms, but we would use the technology as added learning because they could use it in different ways. Technology would also benefit the teachers as well because they would have an easier way to track the progress of their students through different apps that we would be using. And they could also assign students work on days that the teacher has to be gone and there's a substitute in the classroom. They could still get the actual teaching from their real teacher instead of like having to go through a sub. They can just post their assignments online, and the students can do them online in class with the sub, and it would be kind of the same as having the regular teacher there because they would still get that normal what teacher that they're used to.